So the question goes like this: why is it that children does not regard their father the way they regard their mothers? Because in some occasions, I've noticed where children is always talk about their mother, unlike the way they talk about their dad. So I'm putting this question to you, Mr. Dunridge. I want to know why this particular issue has been on the ground, more especially in Nigeria's. Why do the children value their mother more than their fathers?
Thank you. Um, First of all, I would say that partially is some father's fault. Yes. Why I say that is the father's fault in some aspects is because many fathers don't bring out time for their children. They feel like they are busy, they are making money for the family and all that. Then leaving the children with their mom, you know. So you can imagine when a child grew up from child to adulthood, and they will have this bond with their mothers that will now make them to feel like it's just the mother that used to be there for them anytime, any day, whether rain or sunshine, is their mothers. So the father that is providing for the family don't used to have that tie. Even when he comes back and buys some things for the children, he will still carry those things and give to the mother and tell the mother, go and share to the children. So the children are seeing the picture of their mom all the time in everything they do, in their cooking, who cook their food, who dresses them up, who wash their clothes, who take them from, everything. So I think number one fault or reason why this thing is rampant is because of this reason.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dunridge. Sorry
Okay.
to interrupt you. According to what you explained, you said that the mothers bring out more time more than their fathers. But
Yes.
when you come to the family, more especially, you will notice that it's always the father that goes out to work, to bring home something for the children and probably for the family to feed on. So are you trying to tell me that the father should always stay at home more than going to work or what?
No, that's not what I mean. You understand? What I'm trying to say is that as a father, after your work, when you are done, when you are coming back, those something you used to buy for your children, when you buy them, why you buy them? If you come back when you want to give it to your children, give it to them yourself. Okay? Let them feel your love, feel your presence. You understand? Most times mothers will be like when a kid commits offense or something, they will not like to flog the child. They will say, "I will tell your father. When your father comes back, I'm going to tell your father." Then when the father now comes back, the mom will now tell him, look at what this child did, this and that, and the man will carry cane and come to flog the child. And in the process of flogging the child will now run back to the mommy, and the mommy now will now start protecting him or her. And she will not be like, Oguzugozia, it's okay, don't kill my child for me, this and that. Okay? She will not be the one cuddling the child. You understand? So all these things is some of
Yeah,
the reasons why
Mr.
this thing
Dunridge,
is too much.
Mr. Dunridge, let me
Yes.
come to this particular issue, I've had an observation,
Okay.
more especially how, or rather, let me say that mothers are likely to be the main problem why their children don't value their fathers. The reason is this, or rather, I think some of the reasons are these. You will see a hardworking father going out, working day and night to make sure that he provides for the family. And maybe when the paying of school fees comes, the father might not be available to go and pay the school fees for the children, and he might end up giving the school fees to the mothers to go and pay for the children. And at the end of the day, the mothers takes the credit of paying the school fees. You see, all these things might be one of the reasons why it is affecting the fathers. Okay,
Yes,
now,
it's one of the reasons.
now
Okay.
in the world normally,
Mhm.
we celebrate Mother's Day more than, let me, if I'm not mistaken, we celebrate Mother's Day more than 8 times in a year. And Father's Day only had one day. You
Yeah,
understand?
and
So
even the one day, many people don't
it's
even.
not even important. They
Yes,
are not even celebrating it. Like when you go on social medias, you on Mother's Day, you see everybody celebrating their mothers,
posting
mothers this,
pictures.
mothers
My
that,
mom,
posting. But when it comes to Father's Day, you barely see even one person posting their fathers.
talking about their fathers.
You
Yes.
understand? So
So
why are all these things happening? Because I think it's beginning to depress the men out there.
yes, it's one of the reasons why some men dies young, because when as a father, when you get to some age and your children is not regarding you the way they are regarding the mother, it will, as a human being, it will give you worry. Okay, so it's part of the reasons why there is many widows. You understand? So I think that, like I said before, that fathers will try and be making time for their children. Okay, I think it's high time, when you want to give something to your children, you understand, you give them, you make sure you let them know you are the one that is providing this for the family, because as a kid they don't know anything. It's only mommy, mommy, I want to do this, mommy, I want to do that. Okay, okay, there are some good women that will, when they are talking to their children, they will be telling them, okay, I will tell your daddy, I will collect the money from your daddy, making the child know that it is your dad, the dad that is bringing everything for you and all that. You understand? But there are some mothers, maybe the man will give the mother something, you understand, to take care of the child. Or then she will now be like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, or your father is not always around, he doesn't even care whether you eat or not. If you are not, making the thing looks like as if it is her that is taking every responsibility in upbringing. You understand? Like some bad mothers, okay, when they have some issue with their husband, you understand, they will go and tell the children, making the children to hate the dad, making the children see the dad as if he's subduing her, or maybe painting the man bad. You understand? So the children will be having bad image of their father. Okay, sometimes when the dad is coming back, the children will be shivering. There will be they will have fear. You understand that the dad is coming back, because the mother will later tell the man some things the children have done, and the man is now definitely he is the actor Zeride, that will now come and flog the hair out of the children. So some of these things are problems. I think the fathers need to do more. They need to observe some things and plan well on their children. They need to bring out time that they will sit with their children, talk and discuss with the kids. Otherwise, this thing will continue to happen. Yeah, it will continue to happen. You understand? So I think this is uh, my point. Okay, how
Thank,
I view it.
thank you, Mr. Dunrich, for your opinion and contribution.
All right. Thank you.
I know that our fathers out there, yeah, they are probably seeing this and listening to your advice. We heard all you explained. In fact, we are seeing most of the things you have explained is naturally what is happening in our world right now.
Yeah.
Most of these faults comes from the mother, the way the mother treats their father, the way the mother treats the children, making them to see their father as a ghost or as a beast. You
Yeah.
understand? So we really appreciate for your concern and for coming to studio to be with us. But on the last list, I will urge you to at least list some things for us, things that the fathers can be doing to correct this impression, because probably this thing is becoming out of hand. And if care is not taken, it's going to hurt us, we the future fathers. You understand? A lot of these have put many parents, many fathers into depression. Okay, for
Yeah.
example, I have a little story. You don't mind if I tell you this little story?
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, there is one family, one very wealthy and healthy family. The man trained the children with his wife, and all of them, five of them right now, all of them are based abroad. But while trying to send money back home, they always send it through their mother's account, thereby neglecting their
Their
father.
father.
You understand? Now, to some certain extent, the father begins to regret to the extent of even cursing the children. You understand?
This, yeah,
Then
horrible.
the mother presented the issue to the children, telling them at least if you want to send money back home, why not send it to your dad? Then your dad can give me the one you guys want to give me instead of sending it to me direct.
This is because the woman is a good woman.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
So
This is because the woman is actually concerned. She understands.
yes, the woman
Uh-huh.
now made it a habit of when the children pays to her account, she will go to the bank, deposit the money to her husband account in the children's name.
Oh,
Now, at the end of the day, the father is now thinking that it's the children that are paying the money into his account. You understand?
oh,
So all
such a
these
good
things
woman.
because at times I even think some of the issues are from the children as well. You understand? Okay, let me ask you for a question. For example,
Okay.
between your dad and your mom, who do you love most?
If you ask me that, I will say that I love both of them equally. You understand? I love both of them equally. Each time I call, if I call my dad, I will ask my dad to give my mom a phone. I will talk to both of them. If it's my mom that I called, I will do the same thing. So I love both of them equally. You understand? Yes.
So, but it's the way you are speaking now is very okay, but it's not like that when it comes to others. So tell the parents when you advise. What I want you to do now is to advise the men, then advise the mothers as well. Then you have to advise the world at large, because not only the parents that are even causing all these things, the world at large is causing it as well. You understand? So,
You
what
know, they
advice do
call
you
it
give the world?
civilization. They call it civilization. You understand? And sometimes some mothers are going into marriage with selfish mindsets. Okay, some, like I said. Okay, so when the all their targets is how to bring the children to his own side. You understand? Some women see the thing as if they are preparing for war in the future. They will be nurturing the children in such a way that the picture of the dad will be black. They will be seeing the dad as someone who they cannot even sit with and talk. Not like some children don't even call their dad for like months, but they cannot miss a day or 2 days without calling the mom. These are some of the things that are so bad. You understand? Especially us, some like me personally. Sometimes I feel as if they're already doing it to me. You understand? It makes you have this fear. So because it's just like a regular thing. You understand? If you come to social media, everybody talking about how my mother do this, how my mother see me through, how
I
my mother see me through.
like
So
Hilda, for example. Now, at the end of the day of winning the Guinness World Book record,
yeah,
she's only presenting her mother. So where is the dad?
that is another thing. You understand? Because some people, I don't know, they don't like to show, talk about their father at all. Sometimes you wonder maybe some of them, maybe whether their father are not alive or something, but it is not good at all. Sometimes if you go to all these villages and all these things, you see some old men suffering. When you approach them and ask them, Daddy, how are you? Why are you doing this? You don't have any children. Some of them will start shedding tears. Some of them will start telling you stories of how they had about how many children, and all of them, none of them is calling them on phone. None of them is, all of them just living their life outside and all that. They don't even regard the father. Like the world is making it seems like they so what
Sorry, Mr. Donrage, to
okay.
interrupt you. We don't have enough time with on our side, so we want to thank you specially for honoring our invitation. So, guys out there, you guys have heard what our visitor talked about, and we seriously need to work on this particular issue. So I really think that we can do better than this. Thank you, Mr. Donrage.
Thank you.